Where exactly should you live in Youngsville, Louisiana? It is the fastest growing city in Louisiana, and you guys are maybe thinking about relocating this area. There are some big mistakes you can make in big areas or things you may not know. So I am here. I'm born and raised from this area. I'm Drake Abshire, your real estate, new construction, and luxury home specialist. And I want to tell you guys exactly what you need to know about this suburb, everything on the map. And also we can talk a bit about flood zones so you guys know exactly where you'd want to live and you can make the best decision for you and your family. So let's get into the tour and talk about everything that you guys need to see. All right, here we go, guys. Map tour of Youngsville. So of course, Youngsville is a suburb of the Lafayette area. It is located right off of Broussard and just south of Lafayette. And of course, it offers a lot of new construction. It is a new construction property. It's actually got the lowest property taxes in Louisiana. It has got a lot of really amazing subdivisions that I want to share with you guys. And it is really, really popular. It's got the Acadiana Renaissance Charter Academy, which it's really famous for. It's got restaurants, it's got lots of shopping, fun events in this area, and of course it's growing so fast. I want to say it was in 2017. It was named one of the fastest growing cities in the country. So it's really become a very, very popular area, especially for families, and there are subdivisions popping up all over the place. But let's talk about all of the noteworthy places that you guys need to know about, some of the subdivisions in this area, restaurants that you want to know about, in different places. We'll start with the most famous, of course, which is when we zoom in here, this is going to be Sugar Mill Pond. Sugar Mill Pond is one that you will hear a lot about. It is quite the subdivision. It has grown. It is packed in here really, really tightly. If we zoom in here, I can go ahead and give you guys exactly the tour of what you can expect with the type of properties here. They are not known for their space. They are on the smaller side, but they pack quite a punch as far as the character and the design. It is super cute streets. They have some trees that are finally starting to mature in here, and it's really starting to develop. The homes really can range from the cottages being about $250,000, but then once you start to get to some of these bigger properties that are along the pond or the newer construction ones that are built on some of the larger lots, you can really start to see those prices jump even all the way $800,000. I've even seen a few $1 million properties. There's a cool park that is right here in the center. If you're curious about Youngsville, I have a full tour, vlog tour, that is on my channel, where you can see me walking through actual videos of a lot of this areas and the properties here. But you can see some of these homes get a bit bigger, a bit more luxurious in certain areas here. So this is where you can expect some of these more expensive properties. You can see the different styles. Some of them have what I would say like maybe a beachy vibe. Some of them are more cottage. Some of them even have these new modern flares to them. This is probably one of my favorite houses in the entire subdivision. I really, really love the design of that property. And then as you go through here, you can start to see all the little cute porches and different areas. But one of the cool things about this subdivision is that it offers a really great lifestyle for a lot of its people. So here, if you come on the north side here, you'll see there's a Waffle House. There's here Rouse's Market. Rouse's Market is a grocery store. It has all of your groceries that you need, but I love with a Louisiana twist. Rouse's is a Louisiana staple. It is located different locations all over town, but I definitely recommend it just because if you're looking for a little more specialty type items and a more boutique feeling type grocery store, this is the one for you. Love their food, love their stuff. There's CC's Coffee House. CC's is pretty popular for this area. It is known, it's a community coffee that is from Louisiana. We have Lit Pizza, there's Agave Mexican Grill. So there's lots of different places to eat. El Paso is one of my favorite Mexican restaurants. I actually prefer the one in Lafayette off of Ambassador, but the food here is really, really good. I just feel like the people in Ambassador know me, and I know that restaurant a bit more. I guess that's why it's kind of, I play a little bit more favoritism, but definitely get their top shelf frozen, add a tahini rim to it. Very, very good. I really love their Pollo Loco chicken. It's chicken with like cheese and vegetables and rice. It's really, really delicious. But as you can see here, this is exactly what Sugar Mill Pond is. There's stores that are lined all along the outside here. This is some newer townhouse developments that have popped up recently. I might not have a street view of this one to be able to show you guys, but these are some different subdivisions all in this area. I'm going to point out this is where the huge, I want to say is 3-acre pond. So this is a really large pond that is the Sugar Mill Pond. And of course, all these areas are all starting to be developed as well. This is apartment complexes. This is some more apartment complexes and villas that have been built here. There's of course Marble Slab Creamery. There's restaurants all along this area. There's a few builders. My favorite, Hua Coffee right here in Youngsville. I love Hua. It's a great little location. The people there are super nice. Highly, highly recommend. Their homemade Pop-Tarts are delicious. They even have a Boudin Pop-Tart. It's really delicious. So highly recommend checking this place out for coffee, get some work done. You can sit on the patio when the weather's nice. It is amazing. And then let's talk about some more of the subdivisions and also the Youngsville Recreation Center. So the Rec Center is very, very popular. This place is huge. This is the Youngsville Sports Complex. They have so many things that you can do here. It's fun for the whole family with kids. There's soccer, there's baseball, there's tennis, there's volleyball, there's different things that are also being added, soccer fields. So it's a really, really cool complex. There's just a ton of things to do, as you can see from here: baseball, softball, all of the sports things that your kids or your family might be looking for. There's a running track. It's just great to be outside. You can bring it's pet friendly. You can bring your dogs with you. People really, really love this park. I personally love it as well. This is where the Renaissance Academy is. They are building a full complex. It's going to go all the way from elementary school all the way up to high school. So it's 3 complexes that are here, and it's a very popular school. It's rated very high, and it's done on a actual lottery. So to be able to attend this school, your kid has to actually be selected. So if you're one of the lucky ones, you'll get to attend there. Some of the subdivisions that I can point out as we're going through. So this is a newer subdivision built by DSLD. These homes, I actually sold a home in this neighborhood off of Archer, and it is a newer construction area. It's popped up just recently. These homes vary, I would say, about $275,000 to about $300,000 ish is what you're looking at for the price points, maybe above $300,000. They're a bit bigger, a bit more custom. That's actually the home that I sold right there, and it's a great subdivision. It sold pretty quickly. It was on the market, of course, me marketing it, but it sold pretty quickly. It's a great property, good location, people love it. Some of the popular subdivisions as well are the Copper Meadows subdivision. So there's a few different coppers. There's Copper Meadows, there's Copper Field, and then there's also another copper. There's like 3 different copper subdivisions that are all in this area. And so this one right here has ponds. You can expect these homes to be a bit on the older side. This subdivision has been here for quite a bit. Let's go ahead and take a little gander through it. I would say they were probably built in the last 15, 20 years. So it's not old homes. They are still very popular, in demand. People really seem to love this location and this area because it is prime to Youngsville. It's a very easy hop right onto the local highways right here. You can get right onto that Iberia Street, which drives you right through Youngsville over to Bonin, or you can take Youngsville Highway all the way up to Ambassador Caffrey, and it shoots you right into Lafayette real fast. Or if you head east, you can get to Highway 90, get to your job, or all of those different areas pretty quickly. A couple of other notable subdivisions. So Laurel Grove is a pretty popular subdivision. I've sold quite a few homes in here. It is more of a cottage style neighborhood. People tend to really, really like this neighborhood. The homes are smaller. You're not looking for a big yard, but they're cute cottage style properties with a big pond that surrounds them. They range anywhere, I would say, from like the $250 price range to maybe the highest being at $350. Some of them are newer, some of them have been there for a while, but Laurel Grove, super cute, small, tight-knit little community there, right in the heart of Youngsville, so a lot of people really enjoy that. Youngsville is not all new construction. This is actually a subdivision. I have a client that wants to actually look in here, but this subdivision right here has some older properties, starter price range homes, so there's some really cute properties also in here. You can see the lots are a bit bigger than some of the newer subdivisions. They're not so close-knit. Again, just be careful. Some of these subdivisions did flood in 2016 when we had a big major flood in this area, and some of them actually might still be in flood zones. So just be aware of that. Make sure your agent is educating you if you are not wanting to live in a flood-prone area. If we're looking for downtown or the older area of Youngsville, then we would come all the way down here to really where the heart of Youngsville is. This is where their main type city area is. So Morvant is a bar and grill. This is great if you want to get boiled crawfish. It has a very country vibe. It feels like sitting out on someone's back patio. It has more of like those kind of country, I guess, industrial feel vibes that you're looking for, but there's good food there. Definitely one of those places that you would want to check out. If you come in here and we zoom in, you'll find this is more of the old Youngsville. This is where the famous church is. It's St. Anne Catholic Church. There's a graveyard that's located right next to it. But if you're in these streets and if you're kind of driving through these streets, you'll kind of see where this starts to feel a bit more like you're in the downtown Youngsville area. So there's your church right there, and the road makes a little curve right here and kind of goes through the older Youngsville, really where it was downtown Youngsville. This is the original city itself. You can see by looking at the construction of some of these historic homes that are in this area, and some of the trees that are really, really nice and lined. You can see they've redone some of these buildings here. There's gas stations, there's restaurants, there's little places to shop, some art centers, different things of that nature. But one thing to be aware of Youngsville, this is our brand new town hall and police department. Super pretty, something to look at. But one thing to know about Youngsville is these roundabouts. Youngsville is very famous for lots and lots of roundabouts. I guess that when the development, they just decided that instead of red lights, we're just gonna put roundabouts everywhere. So when you're going through Youngsville, roundabout. There's a roundabout right here. There's a roundabout over here. Just be aware that these roundabouts are all there so you can avoid really having to sit at a red light, but that, you know, during 5 o'clock hours, you definitely have traffic that you'll deal with. And in the morning hours, you have traffic you'll deal with. So you'll notice traffic can get backed up here. You'll have traffic that gets backed up here. So just be aware of any time that you have to pass through these areas that have these roundabouts. Those things can really catch you if you're not really prepared for some of the things that are there. There's a couple of restaurants that are right here that I really, really like. KK's Cafe, super cute. The owners are really, really nice. It's got sandwiches. It's got gumbo, Cajun food, desserts, all of the little things. There's a wings place right there. There's coffee shops. There's boba tea. And then there's also another little subdivision that I wanted to point out right here. This is Cyppres Gardens subdivision. I have sold a few homes in this neighborhood as well. So these homes, I would say you range anywhere from about $250 to maybe about $375, highest being at the $400,000 price range. So Cyppres Gardens, the homes are a bit closer together. You can see some people have pools, some people don't. This is where the newer construction area, newer phase is toward the backside. It's really just surrounded by fields. It's kind of one in, one way out subdivision. They're probably eventually going to develop this area and continue to have it grow, which will be great, of course, for development for this location. But it's great because you're right here by Pyro's, the wing place, Roz, which is a sushi, and then of course you're right across from the Youngsville complex. The schools are nearby. And also something to keep in mind, one of the famous schools for this area that's well known would be G.T. Linden. There's an elementary school that's right here. And then of course you have Southside High School. It's the high school for this area. It is nicer, it's newer, and it's highly rated according to niche.com, and it's pretty popular for this area. It's really packed, and it services Broussard and also Youngsville. Some of your luxury subdivisions, I just want to point those out before we wrap up today's last map map tour. But here we actually have Le Jardin de Abel. It's not my favorite name of the subdivisions, but it may look like it's kind of empty because this was shot obviously a few years ago, but there's actually a lot of $1 million homes in this subdivision. This is all kind of really started to fill in. You can't really see them right now because at this time that this was shot, you can see it was still a lot of construction that was going on, but there are a lot of bigger homes that range in the 800,000 all the way up to over $1 million. They're really large properties. One in way, one way out kind of subdivision. It's right off of Youngsville Highway, close to all of the hustle and bustle. But I've actually been in this property. It's really, really pretty. This subdivision is great though, if you are looking for larger homes, bigger lots, and of course, that more luxury vibe. Another popular subdivision would be Sabel Palms, and Sabel Palms has a few different phases. It has 3 different phases. There's lots of construction. Donut, Ricky's Meshes Donut King is also some famous donuts that are at the front of the subdivision. But I want to show you guys some of the properties that are here in this subdivision. This has a lot of parade homes. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Parade of Homes, but we do have that every single year where builders get to show off some of their nicest properties, and they usually always have maybe 1, 2, or even 3 homes. I have sold a few homes here in Sabel Palms, and my sellers and buyers really love this area. It is a great subdivision, very family oriented. From what you can tell, you can see there is quite a bit of newer construction. There was an older phase, but it continues to expand, and they're starting to build more restaurants, more businesses all in this area because they want to be able to service this subdivision and this clientele. So this is another one to keep your eyes on if you're looking for something in this location. It has very cool vibes. There's different styles here. Some people are moving in and starting to remodel some of the older ones that have been here maybe for about 10 or 15 years, but it is a subdivision that's not going anywhere, and of course people really like it. The only thing that I would say is because it was built in a field, it was built up, it's not in a flood zone, but what you do have is you don't really have any trees. That's one of the downsides of some of these open area subdivisions. And then of course as you go to the back, it takes you over this way, which will get you into Broussard where Market Eats is. And there's a couple of things that were built in this area. This is where that Market Eats was built, and then this is where the phase 3 of Sabel Palms is. So if you're looking for Sabel Palms but a different phase that's a bit smaller and that has more new construction, then you would want to check out phase 3. So as far as Youngsville goes, this is pretty much everything, guys. I'm glad I was able to share this with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you know, I am Drake Abshire. I am your luxury and new construction specialist down in Lafayette, Louisiana, realtor. I'm born and raised from this area. I know it very, very well. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me or my team. We would love to be able to answer those things for you and for you guys to get to know us a little bit better, give you a tour, answer any of your questions. Of course, like, follow, subscribe. All of my contact information is down below. Remember, you can book a call with me, call, text, email, whatever you need. We're happy to help you. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.